Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hope you all will be fine. Dear students, today I have chosen a topic from the textbook of 8th class Tulip series, and the textbook is your English textbook. And the topic which we are going to discuss, which we are going to read today, is Julius Caesar. Dear students, it is a story about a brave soldier who had defended his country many a times, and the country was very proud of him, and he was liked by his people. So, how did a friend of his own became enemy of this very person? So, the name of that very person was Caesar. He was a brave person. He was having high morals, and the opposition party, which was not happy with the Caesar's this braveness, so they decided to kill the Caesar. How they decided, how they make the plan successful, we will read in this lesson. Dear students, now let us start. 2000 years ago, there lived in Rome a great soldier and a leader, Julius Caesar. Dear students, the story started that some 2000 years ago in Rome, there was a soldier, there was a person whose name was Julius Caesar. He was a great person, he was a great soldier, he was a great leader who leads his country all over. His performance was very good, famous all over Europe as a conqueror. So this very person, that means Julius Caesar, he was famous, वो मशहूर था किस लिहाज से? एज ए कॉन्करर हम उस पर्सन को कहते हैं who brings laurels to the country, who defeats the opposite, and admired by his people as a national hero. So he was regarded as a national hero. So this Julius Caesar, he defended his country many a times. He defeated the opposition party many a times. So he was called the hero of nation. Living in Rome at that time was a man named Brutus. So another person was in the same country. His name was Brutus. Another person whose name was Brutus was living in that very country, that means in Rome at that time. A brave man who had high and moral and noble morals and was Caesar's dearest friend. And this very person, that means the Brutus, he was one among the best friends of Caesar. So he was also having high morals. He was also having noble morals. He was also having high respect. Brutus watched his growing ambition with great anxiety and was troubled with self-importance. So what Brutus did, he watched, he looked, he was watching all the process by that this Caesar is becoming a great hero, and he is having the administration from all, or he is having admiration from all his people. So what his anxiety means harani, and was troubled with his self-importance. So slowly he was getting troubled by this very attitude of Caesar, that Caesar is becoming day by day famous all over his country. Brutus and his brother-in-law. So what happened, that Brutus and his brother-in-law, whose was brother-in-law? Brutus' brother-in-law, Celsius, suspected that Caesar might be offered the crown at the national games, as there would be thousands of people there. So they thought that it is the time that this very person, that means Caesar, will be offered crown. ताज मीन्स ताज, यानी इसको तख्त पे बैठाया जाएगा, ताज यानी इसकी हौसला अफजाई की जाएगी। कहाँ पे दी जाएगी? एट द नेशनल गेम्स। कहाँ पे? नेशनल गेम्स, यानी कौमी खेल जब होंगे वहां पे इसको तख्त पे बैठाया जाएगा। ही विल गेट एडमायर्ड बाय द पीपल। Celsus was member of the Roman party which did not wish Caesar to be made king. So it means that there were two parties. One was a party to which Caesar belonged, and another was opposition of Caesar's party that did not wish that Caesar should be offered the crown. So what they managed a plan. They persuaded Caesar was, and he had sent his companions to persuade Brutus to join them. So Brutus, who was very close friend of Caesar, he what did the opposition party do? They managed to persuade. तो उन्होंने मनाना शुरू किया किसको, ब्रूटस को, that he should join their party, that the Brutus should apart from Caesar, so he should join Brutus, Celsus party, opposition party, which was against Brutus, which did not wish that Brutus should be offered crown. So Celsus started poisoning Brutus' mind against Caesar. So what they started, this Celsus was used to persuade Brutus to join the party which was not in a will to provide crown to Caesar. So they started poisoning the minds of Brutus, that Brutus, who your friend, will be offered crown, and what will you get? So you should join the opposition party so that this very Brutus will not get the crown. Why should he think himself a great? So this poisoning started with these words. Why should he consider himself a great person? That means why Caesar is considering himself a great person. I was born as free as Caesar. So were you. So they also told him that we are also having freedom like Caesar, and you like Caesar. We have also same ambitions. We are having same power. So we both are fed as well. It means that both are getting food. As Caesar is getting, we are also getting. And we can both endure with the winter's cold as well as he. It means that they are slowly poisoning the Celsus mind. They are slowly poisoning the Brutus' mind and making him opposite and turning him opposite against his nearest friend, who was Julius Caesar. That means that first they started poisoning the mind of his friend. They were changing his mind setup and was turning him against his friend. Dear students, today we discussed this paragraph, that there in Rome there was a great soldier whose name was Caesar. He was a brave person. He had brought many laurels to his country. He had defended his country many a times. He was having a friend whose name was Brutus. So Brutus, who was also a noble person, but slowly an opposition party which did not wish that Brutus should be offered crown, they started poisoning the mind setup of Brutus, and by using Celsus, who was brother-in-law of Brutus. So this game started. They started a game against. They started poisoning the minds of Brutus and turn him against his friend. Thanks a lot.